Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Y Mega Evolve. Now today is Wednesday, and you guys already know that when it comes to Wednesdays, it's the Y Mega Evolve video's own special day where I pretty much talk about Pokemon that I've done in the past to give them either a part 2 or a part 3. Now before we get into today's video, I do want to apologize for not having a video up last Wednesday, and there is a very good reason why there wasn't one. Now, to pretty much tell you guys what happened on Wednesday morning, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, some around that time, I was talking to my best friends on Skype until like 6 o'clock in the morning, and then right when I got off Skype with them, I went to bed, and then I woke up like around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I went on with my day because I forgot that day was Wednesday. And by the time I realized that it was Wednesday, it was around 7 to 8 o'clock at night, and it was already too late for me to record, and I decided to record it the next day on Thursday and upload it then. But like there was some stuff that I had to deal with in my personal life which pretty much prevented me from recording, so I decided just to hold off on it until next week. So I do apologize for not having a video up last Wednesday, and you guys already know the reason. But to make up for it, I am going to have another Y Mega Evolve video up on Saturday, so you guys are going to be having pretty much 4 days for a Y Mega Evolve video, 2 regular Y Mega Evolve videos, and also 2 special Y Mega Evolve videos. So you guys actually have a lot to watch this week. So with all that said, let's just get into the actual video. Now today's Pokemon we are going to be talking about is Mega Ninetales. Now you guys already got a little bit of a teaser when I told you guys in the special announcement video that I was going to be talking about like part 2s and part 3s for other Pokemon, and I showed you guys a thumbnail for a Mega Ninetales again, and I told you guys I'm going to post it in a couple of weeks, and pretty much I guess it is like the time where I'm going to pretty much upload it for you guys. So as you can tell from what I've done to its stats, I did increase everything because even though it is increased just a little bit, I felt like everything needed to get increased somewhat. So for its physical attack, I increased it from base 76 to base 86. Now I know what you guys must be thinking, why would I increase its physical attack even though it's mostly known for being a special attacker? Now when it comes to Ninetales' move pool, its physical move pool isn't all that massive, but it does get access to a few physical moves that you can run on this thing. Even if you just want to run like a mixed Mega Ninetales or just a physical variant in general, because I know there's going to be some people out there who want to like run an physically offensive Ninetales, and I know a lot of people like to do that with some Megas out there. Like they're supposed to be like a special variant, but they also run a physical variant, and Ninetales is no exception, because I told you guys in previous Y Mega Evolve videos, if you guys watched them, any base stat that is above base 80, I think it's actually pretty decent. And with Ninetales getting a little bit of a buff into its physical attack and its attack stat being a base 86, I think it will do really well, and since pretty much be a really good mixed attacker, so to speak. But the reason, well, I'll get to it in a sec, but a couple of like physical moves that it will get that I can see this thing pretty much running, or just in general of what it gets access to quick attack. I know a lot of people probably won't be running a quick attack Mega Ninetales anytime soon, but it's just in case, like if you come across like a focus sash Pokemon and you get that Pokemon down to its sash, or if the Pokemon has sturdy, you can pretty much use quick attack and pretty much out prioritize it, I would say, if they're that slow, or just in general because it's a priority move. I can see Ninetales running a quick attack. I mean, this thing also does get access to the normal like moves that pretty much normal type Final Evolution Pokemon get, like Return, Frustration, Giga Impact, Hyper Beam, and all those types of moves. So it does get access to those. It gets access to Dig. Now it doesn't, sadly enough, doesn't get access to Earthquake, nor will I probably ever envision Ninetales getting access to Earthquake, but it does get access to Dig. So if you guys want to run like a ground type move besides Hidden Power Ground, then I guess if you want to run a physical version, Dig is pretty much your next best option. It also gets access to Flame Charge, which will increase your speed, and for the egg moves, excuse me, it does get access to Feint Attack, so you got some physical dark type moves that you can run besides like incense, running Dark Pulse for the special variant for a dark type move. And it does get access to Flare Blitz. Now this is where I was telling you guys why I was saying maybe people will want to run like a mixed Mega Ninetales, is because of Flare Blitz. Now the reason why I would say Flare Blitz is because Flare Blitz is pretty much like the strongest physical type, stab type, fire type move that Ninetales get access to. So pretty much how I would envision Mega Ninetales being is that if it like does get a Mega Evolution and it magically ends up in OU and it comes against a Chansey, because Chansey is somewhat still very common in OU. For me personally, I really haven't seen a Chansey all that much, but like let's just say it like Chansey is very, very common. And Ninetales, like I said, is magically in OU. I mean, this thing is supposed to be a special attacker, and there's literally no way to actually like take out a Chansey because it's a special wall, and Ninetales is mostly a special attacker. Even if it does get like a +6 in a nasty plot, I doubt this thing will one-shot it. And same thing for Calm Mind. So what I was thinking is that maybe since it does have base 86 into its physical attack, Flare Blitz will actually probably be a 2-shot. I can see Flare Blitz doing roughly around 50 to 60% and then knocking it out next turn, because obviously Ninetales does outspeed Chansey, so you really can't soft boil up to pretty much just wither you down after recoil damage. So that's pretty much the reason why I would like to see a little bit of a mixed Ninetales, or just if you guys want to run like a fully offensive physical Ninetales, it is possible, because besides Flare Blitz, it does get access to Iron Tail and Zen Headbutt, and those are also good moves to run on this thing as well. So that's why I pretty much increased its physical attack to base 86, just so then like if this thing does like magically appear in OU, like you do have some way of actually dealing with like this the specially defensive Pokemon like Chansey. Now for its special attack, I increased it from base 81 to base 101. Now I know a lot of people are probably not going to agree with like base 101 for its special attack stat for a Mega Ninetales. A lot of people will probably agree with it if it would probably be like base 120 and above, but I feel like base 101 is actually decent enough for a Mega Ninetales. I mean, Ninetales does have some natural bulk behind it, and this thing does get access to Nasty Plot and Calm Mind, both moves that actually increase its special attack. But most of the time, from what I've seen a lot of people run Calm Mind because you do get a special defensive boost as well. But in my personal opinion, I would actually like to run Nasty Plot instead, just because Ninetales, like I said, does have some natural bulk behind it, and it's fast enough already. So pretty much you can set up with a one Nasty Plot, and you're pretty much set to go to like sweep your opponent's team. I've seen it done before with a regular Ninetales, and I've done it before as well, and I really think that it will go a long way. Now, like I said, base 101 is actually, in my opinion, like very good for Mega Ninetales, considering that it does get access to Nasty Plot. So if you feel like base 101 isn't all that of a good base set for Mega Ninetales just because it is at base 101, then I guess you can run like Calm Mind or Nasty Plot. But once again, it does have some natural bulk, so you can set up with it if you don't agree with like base 101 for its special attack stat. But this thing does hit hard even for a regular Ninetales. I actually ran a Ninetales like when X and Y like became, or when X and Y first came out, and it does put in the work. Like it honestly does. So I would like to see this thing special attack be a little bit higher, but there was just other stats that I would like to increase more so than its special attack. And like I said, I still think base 101 is actually a very good, decent special attack stat for a Mega Ninetales. So for its physical defense, I increased it from base 75 to base 100. Now, if you guys already know how bulky a special defensive Mega Ninetales is, then you know with base 100 for its physical defense, you guys already know how bulky it is going to be like physical wise, considering that before the Mega Evolution, Ninetales special defense is base 100, so you can like make a physical defensive Mega Ninetales with max HP, max physical defense, and like foreign special attack or foreign physical attack, or whatever the case may be. Considering that with base 100, this thing, like I said, does have some natural bulk, so you can run like a physical defensive set, and then you can pretty much set up with Ninetales. I mean, even if it does, even though it has base 100 the physical defense, this thing gets access to Will-O-Wisp, so you can pretty much make any physical attacker, as long as they don't have like guts or anything like that. It can actually be a very, very good wall, so to speak. So I feel like base 100 is actually decent enough for a Ninetales, and also it has some natural bulk behind it as well. So it's not like it's gonna get one shot by like earthquakes like I said, one shot. So like I said, I feel like base 100 is a very decent like physical defensive stat for a Mega Ninetales. Now for its special defensive, the special defenses, I increase it from base 100 to base 125. Now once again, this is just like the same thing I explained in the special attack stat. A lot of people probably won't agree that I only increase it not so much, considering that like when it comes to like base 100 stats, I like to increase them like maybe like base 130, 140, somewhere around there most of the time, but I only increase Ninetales' special defensive stat to only like 25 points. Reason being is like I said, Ninetales does have some natural bulk behind it, and it's by any means like base 125 is not bad. It's actually very, very good. It's very, very bulky. So once again, I would like to increase it just a little bit more, but there was just other stats that I would like to increase as well. And if there's always going to be one stat that's actually going to take it, I wouldn't say take a hit, but it's just not going to be up to people's expectations some of the times. But once again, it does have some natural bulk behind it. It will eat up some hits if you run like a max calm line special defensive stat and also a max HP. Mega Ninetales, this thing is just going to be a very, very bulky wall. If I'm not mistaken, this thing does get access to Morning Sun. I don't see it in its egg moves, and I don't think Vulpix gets access to it, but once again, either way, base 125 for its special defense is actually, like I said, pretty decent. It does have some natural bulk behind it, so it's not like this thing is going to get like one-shotted by like a Earth Power or a Surf or whatever this thing is weak to. Like I said, it does have some natural bulk behind it for both if it's physical defensive stat and special defensive stat. I can see this thing being very, very useful when it comes to competitive play. And last but not least, for its speed, I only increased it from base 100 to base 110. I didn't want to increase it all that much, considering that Ninetales is speedy enough already, and with base 110 into its speed, this thing is still going to be very, very fast. Now at first I had its special defensive stat at base 120 and had base 115 for its speed, and I decided, you know what, I think that base 115 is just a little bit too fast for a Mega Ninetales, so I took 5 points off and put it into its special defense, because like I said, I feel like base 100 or base 110 for its speed is actually, like, in my opinion, very, very decent. It's still going to be very, very fast, and this thing is going to be able to set up very, very quickly, because with its speed being as high as it is, you can set up a calm line, have a little bit of bulk behind it because of like +1 in special defense, and if you're running max HP, then you're pretty much golden as well. But once again, like I said, it is very, very speedy already at base 100 without the Mega Evolution, and with base 110 for its Mega Evolution, even though it's not like a dramatic change, it's still very speedy on its own. This thing will be able to outspeed a lot of Pokemon, and I can guarantee you that if Ninetales does get a Mega Evolution like this, I can actually see this thing putting in a lot of work. Now, as a regular Ninetales, its base stats at 505, and with the Mega Evolution is going to be at 605. Now for its ability, I decided to leave it alone as Drought, just because like I feel like Drought is a very good ability for Ninetales. With the Sun Up, its fire type moves is going to be pretty much I wouldn't say doubled. I don't even think it's double, but it's going to be stronger, and also you can run Solar Beam to pretty much take care of ground type Pokemon and water type Pokemon, so you're pretty much set to go with like using Solar Beam and all that. And like I said, I feel like Drought is just a very good ability in general. Pretty much have the Sun out. If your opponent has like a Politoed out, for example, you can pretty much Mega Evolve and get the Sun back up. So it's pretty much just going to be like a Mega Tyranitar. Tyranitar gets access to Sandstream, and then when it Mega Evolves, it still gets access to Sandstream. So it's like pretty much you're technically winning the weather war, so to speak, and I feel like Ninetales getting access to Drought would be very good, so I decided to leave it as Drought. Now for its typing, now I looked on my past Ninetales video, and a lot of people like literally has been telling me in the comments, oh, you should have made this thing part whatever, and I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, you should have made this thing part Ghost. And honestly, at first I was gonna make this thing part Ghost, but the one thing that actually set me back from making this thing part Ghost and made it part Dark instead was that it doesn't get access to Shadow Ball, but it does get access to Dark Pulse. That was pretty much like my only thing why I really didn't make this thing part Ghost at first. But for this video, I decided to make this thing part Ghost because, like I said, it deserves to be part Ghost. And if you read some of its Pokédex description and pretty much its Pokemon X description, it says it has 9 long-tailed and fur that gleams golden. It is said to live for 1,000 years. So I mean, that description right there is like for 1,000 years you should be dead by then. So I guess you can say this thing can be part ghost, but it does get access to ghost type moves. But it's only 2. It does get access to Hex, if I'm not mistaken, as an egg move. Yes, it does get access to Hex as an egg move. Now, if you don't know what Hex does, pretty much pretty much Hex does double the damage if your opponent has a status. So pretty much if your opponent is toxic or burned, I think Hex will do double the damage. It doesn't say it will do double, but it just says it will do massive damage to a target affected by a status problem. So I'm pretty sure it's doubled, but like I said, it does get access to Hex. And one of my favorite moves in general it does get access to that is a ghost type move is Ominous Wind. Now if you don't know what Ominous Wind does, pretty much it's the exact same effect as Ancient Power. It has like a 10% chance to pretty much boost every single one of your stats. Now the reason why I think it's a really good move is because it's just like Ancient Power. You have like a 10% chance to actually have all of your stats increased by 1 stage, and it is a transfer move, so you're gonna have a little bit of a trouble if you don't have like any of the older Pokemon games to pretty much transfer it into your X and Y. So you might want to ask someone, whether if you're in like a Pokemon Facebook group or anything like that. But once again, it doesn't get access to 2 ghost type moves that can take advantage from its ghost typing. But what I'm also hoping is that what they did with Gengar didn't get access to Sludge Wave, so they made an event so that it does get access to Sludge Wave. So what I'm hoping that they would do for Ninetales is that they'll make an event to pretty much get this thing to get access to Shadow Ball. I think that would be a really cool event for a Pokemon like Ninetales. So with all that said, there is Mega Ninetales. So anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also don't forget to comment and subscribe. I'm sorry that this video was a little bit longer than usual. I had to tell you guys what happened last week, and also I wanted to describe or just talk about in general about Ninetales, about its physical move pool, and pretty much all of its other stats as well. So if you guys stick through the whole video, then I really do appreciate it. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Now, like I said, you guys will get another video on Saturday to pretty much make up for last week. I'm not going to tell you guys which Pokemon, because like I said, I like to keep these videos a little bit secretive, more secretive than the actual Y Mega Evolve videos that I've done, or that I do right now. So I'm going to get out of here. So anyways, this is White Boy for the win. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.